Good morning. Peace. Peace and blessings. It's the morning mental. AC, awakened culture. Those that are awakened in this culture, this is our morning mental right here. This is our morning mental. And basically, waking up in the morning and whatever's on my mental. And what's on my mental today is a few things. Of course, if y'all not aware, August 28th, 2020, the March for Liberation, Washington, D.C. If you didn't see it, YouTube it. And we was out there. Now, seeing all that, and then waking up this morning, I was thinking about propaganda. Propaganda. Now, some people, when it comes to propaganda, they really don't have a good understanding when it comes to propaganda. But when you want to present something in a way that can alter someone's perspective or perception on things, propaganda. So I started looking at the music because my album, Say Less, S-A-E-L-E-S, Say Less, Alter Ego Project, the album dropped the 57th annual march the same day that we was in Washington, D.C. So if you haven't checked out the Alter Ego Project, check that out. You know, it was right after my dad had passed, and I really poured out my heart and my soul right there in the tracks, dealing with what I was going through, the struggle that I was going through. And yeah. And I put my gospel on there. I got our history on there. Yeah. So, dealing with music, I was thinking about that this morning as well. Dealing with music and dealing with propaganda, you can kind of tell what type of people you're dealing with when you see what type of music, or know what type of music that they're listening to, or projecting in their character. And that was happening to me, like with the whole Alter Ego Project and getting into the rap game and, you know, bumping shoulders with stars, idols. Shout out to Busy Bone, you know, because that was one of my cats when I was young that I just, you know, really had mad love for. And it just came to the point where, you know, once I entered the game, I started, you know, chasing the fetty and the fame. It happens the same way, you know, and then come to realize that it's all empty, you know, it's all empty. But the point is that I started becoming something that was familiar and common with what people would say the world or the rap industry and things like that. So my character started changing, and as my character started changing, people started changing. So people started changing on me and this and that. Hold on one second. I got my daughter over here. All right. So, morning mental, sharing what's on my mind. Thank you for joining in. And those that are part of the awakened culture, or those that are awakened in this culture, I'm going to drop this on you. N.W.F, the New World Federation. This is the sovereign nation that we're going to be entering into. But more on that later. So back to the propaganda, back to the image or the character that they wanted me to portray. And as you portray a certain image and you become a star, an idol, or you just become popular or in a place where people can see you. You don't even have to be popular. You could be popular to one person and influence that one person for the negative or the positive. So it really doesn't even matter on a grand scale of things, because I believe that one soul, one person is worth, you know what I'm saying, leaving the 99 to go get that one. So, you know, that's my mentality. And it's the morning mental, so I'm going to just share my mentality. So dealing with the music and dealing with the propaganda and dealing with the image, there was an attack on the black. And they used the music to do that. And so when it came to the culture, music plays a key part in the culture. And that just goes all the way down to the image, to the dress, to all of that. So when it came to the culture, it became something that was gangsta. Y'all remember? Well, actually, let's go before it was gangsta. The culture of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? KRS-One, Sugar Hill, all them. It was on some conscious awareness, liberation, being free to express yourself poetically. However, it was hijacked by the devil. And so the devil seen that he could use this tool to manipulate and have people play the fool. So that's exactly what happened. Took the music that our culture had used to express ourselves in a positive way. It was positive. And then all of a sudden, it started going to where we had an attitude. Becoming little gangsters. Then we became thugs. And they didn't like the gangsters and the thugs, so they wanted to be homo thugs and gangsters and stuff like that, and pranksters and all that, and color our hair and become clowns, paint our face and become a disgrace. They played us, and now we keep on playing into that by supporting that. You know, it's like supporting the devil's company. Now, how many of y'all really would want to support the devil's company? Well, if you say, I wouldn't mind, then you don't want to be on my morning mental, because our minds need to be divine. You know, Philippians 2 talks about, let this mind be in you that was in Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God. So our equality in our mind should be equal to the divine. But if you don't got that time, then this ain't the place to be. So, back to this propaganda, back to the culture and the music bringing down our people, bringing down people in general. Because not only is it the melanated, but it's also that are light white on the melon. So they get trapped and they get caught up in it too. So now we're faced with good versus evil. Good versus evil. And what are we going to really do to save our people? Peace, peace. Boom, baby. I see you. So when it comes down to what we're representing or how we're living our life, is it something that is good or is it something that's bad? I don't even like to deal with good and bad, because then we can go to the knowledge of the tree of good and evil. And most people, when it comes to good and evil, that's duality. And I don't even want to deal with duality, because a double-minded person is unstable in all their ways. So like when you deal with good and evil, when you deal with duality and this and that, nah. Morning mental, we dealing with perfection. Hey, Jesus said it, Yeshua said it, Yeshua said it, Yeshaya said it, however you want to say his name said it. So I'm saying it. Perfection. Being perfect. So the music isn't perfect. It's imperfect. And so they use it to get to our mental, because for anyone that is, you know, familiar with the brain, you got two hemispheres of the brain. You got the intellect, and then you got that imaginational side. That imaginational side, that intellectual side, will stop something that doesn't sound right. But see, when you get that music flowing and going, and it just come right in the ear. It could say something crazy, and then you end up saying it. Thinking about it. Slip right in. This is the way that the devil tries to win. So when it comes to this morning mental, I was thinking about, the propaganda with the music to bring down the culture, to basically watch this now, to basically take that culture and enslave them, okay, to produce more product for the devil or for their corporations or for their company. And the way that I say that is this: if you set up an image of someone and they want to be like them, I want that money, I want that gold, I want that fame, I want my name, and it deals with things that are unlawful, break the law, criminal activities, drugs, whatever, 9 out of 10, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble with the law, possibly get locked up and go to jail. And then once you go to jail, then you really in hell, because at that point, you got no words. Like, you ain't nothing but a slave on a whole nother level. So you got all these jails building things all the way from toys to motors, okay? All the way from cutting your meat, okay, to wrapping it up. So I used to work for the New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission, JJC, Juvenile Justice Commission. And Yardsville was out there, y'all know, from Jersey. That was a big farm area. So your milk and all that stuff, yeah. They were on that plantation basically doing their thing in jail. So this, if you think about it, is money. So when you think about the money and you think about people that invest in those jails, now you're really talking. So then you see that those that invest in the jails are the same ones that are in charge of the media and the production, or should I say the output of the music in the industries and the entertainment. So now they know if they can put this image, this propaganda, to have you be exactly how they want you to be, so they can lock you up so you're no longer free, then they can use you to make money. So that's the morning mental today. It's the first of the month, and September, we here. The revolution is going to appear. There's a lot of organizations and a lot of groups. When I was out Washington, D.C., yeah, I seen them. We talked, we spoke. The Black Panthers was out there. The new Black Panthers was out there. N.W.F was out there. Black Lives Matters was out there. A whole bunch of organizations was out there. Maybe next time y'all can be out there. I mean, some people care, some people don't care. Some people live for the moment, some people live for the legacy. And that's me, living for the legacy. So, hope y'all enjoyed this morning mental. Maybe we'll do it again, right? I enjoyed it. If y'all need to get in touch with me, y'all know, just reach out. Yes, less, still Bishop, say less, LES, whatever you want to call me, just don't call me late when it comes to standing for the people. All right? Love y'all. Peace and blessings.